One thing that's really interesting to look at on your chart is to notice this ascendant-descendant axis and notice whether most of your planets are below the surface here or above the surface here. So what is above this axis, that would be what is overhead at that given point in time, versus what is underneath the bottom half of that circle, underneath the ascendant-descendant axis, what is hidden at that time. Oftentimes people who have lots of planets and most of their things going on in the upper half of the chart tend to be more extroverted people, and people with placements more so in the bottom half of the chart tend to be potentially more introverted. This is also related to house placement. The chart is divided into 12 places, which are both zodiac signs and then houses. In Hellenistic astrology, we see each zodiac sign to be equal size to each house, and they just map on top of each other like that. There are different house systems that astrologers fight over that have different sized houses and different rotations. But in any case, generally, the first 6 houses are under the ascendant-descendant axis, and these are the places that have to do with the self and more private parts of life. So the second house is personal finances, the third house is neighbors and siblings, the fourth house is home, parents, family, the fifth house is creativity, the sixth house is health and injury type of things. Then the seventh house is the other. So from 7 to 12 is more kind of self with society and topics or different areas of life that have to do with how you integrate with the broader world. So starting with the 7th house being the literal other, partnership, marriage, etc. 8th house being other people's money. 9th house being religion, education, and these sort of cultural institutions, justice systems, things like that. The 10th house, career. The 11th house, friends, groups, alliances that you're a part of. And the 12th house being spirituality, mental illness, self-undoing, imprisonment, and things like that. So when there's more constellated in the top half of the chart, people tend to just have more of themselves integrated into society and their relationships to the external world, whereas people with more constellated in the bottom half of the chart tend to be a little bit more introverted and have the different aspects of themselves constellated in these more private places that are sort of more intimate.